We're so glad you chose to be here today, because you could have been anywhere else, but you chose to come to us. And for that we are grateful. And to all God's people. Psalm 34. I want to just give to you what the Lord has given to me. Look at somebody and tell them there's a story behind my praise. Everybody don't have that testimony. Everybody can't say that. There's a story. Because let me help somebody right now. You can't praise God in purity until you done went through something. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me today. When your praise become your story, somebody can feel it. Did y'all hear what I just said? When your praise become your story, folk can tell it. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to be in a place where I can't give God some praise. Because my praise tell my story. My praise say what I've been through. You can't praise God if you ain't been through nothing. That's right. Let me say that again, because I got a lot of people that don't believe that. You cannot praise God if you haven't been through nothing. Because let me tell you something. It's when you've been through the storm and the rain. It's when you've been up and you've been down. It's been when you've been in the valley that your praise becomes real. And nobody have to tell you to praise God. Oh my God. When you've been in a place and you didn't know how you were going to come out. When you didn't have money in your pocket. When your lights got cut out. And God sent somebody to pay your light bill. Didn't nobody have to tell you to give God praise. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me see if I can work with this a little bit. I know this is a very particular passage of scripture, but Psalm 34 said, look at this, I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. Let me help somebody right there. David is not just talking about verbally praise. Oh my God. Come on. He's not just talking verbally. Hey, hallelujah. He's talking about I will bless the Lord. That means I will bless him with my walk. Yes. I will bless him with my talk. Yes. I will bless him with my finances. Yes. I will bless him. I will bless him in all things at all times. Yes. Watch this. And he said, because of this, because of what God has done to me and how he has brought me out, he said, and his praise. Yes. Oh my God. Yes. He said, because of what God has brought me out of and what God has brought me through, he said, I'm going to bless him with the way I live. But he said, not only will I bless him, he said, but his praise shall continually. Yes. Oh my God. It's going to be in my mouth. Yes. It's going to be in my mouth. Why? Because my praise tells my story. Amen. Watch what David says here. Watch what he says. He said, I will bless the Lord at all times, and his praise shall. He said, my soul shall make her boast in the Lord. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. Then he tells us something very interesting. David says, watch this. He said, because of what I've been through, because of what God has brought me through, and what I have come through and what I've seen, watch this. He tells somebody else, he said, listen, I need y'all to know this. He said, oh, magnify the Lord with me. Listen, he said, just don't hoop and holler. He said, but let's exalt his name together. I'm going somewhere. Just give me a few minutes. He said, let us exalt his name together. Watch this. He said, I sought the Lord, and he heard me, and delivered me from all my fears. Watch this. They looked unto him and were lightened. Their faces were not ashamed. David says this. He said, this poor man cried. I cried, and the Lord heard me. He said, the Lord heard him and saved him out of all his trouble. He said that the angels of the Lord encamp around about them that fear him and delivers him. Watch this. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord. Oh, fear the Lord, ye his saints, for there is no want to them who fear him. The young lions do lack and suffer hunger, but they who seek the Lord shall not want any good thing. Come, ye children, hearken unto me, and I will teach you the fear of the Lord. What man is he who desires life and love many days, that he may see good? Keep your tongue from evil and your lips from speaking guile. Depart from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. The eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, and his ears are open to their cry. The face of the Lord is against them who do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. The righteous cry, and the Lord hears and delivers out of all his troubles. I want to go down to verse 19. Many, oh my God, are the afflictions of the righteous. My God. Anybody been afflicted? Anybody been through something where it looks like it was raining and raining and raining and raining? Who better to tell the story than King David? Who better know what it's like to be afflicted than David? When we find this psalmist, we find him about 16, 17 years old in a field with a bunch of sheep. And the prophet of God come to the house of God, the man of God, Jesse, and said, the Lord has sent me to anoint the next king of Israel. Well, Jesse had 8 sons, and he let the 7th son pass before the king. Watch this now. Watch this. Before Samuel. And Samuel said, neither one of these are the chosen of God. He said, do you have here any more? And Jesse, watch this. This is how some people look at you and I sometimes. I don't know if this is your whole testimony. Yeah, I have one more son, but he's just a little shepherd boy.
My God.
He's out there in the field with the sheep.
Right.
Surely he ain't the king's of Lord. Anybody been overlooked? Anybody been looked down upon? Anybody ever been told you will never amount to nothing? Come on, somebody. People will look at you, and because you don't look like a child of God, I'm going to talk to somebody today. Y'all just give me a few minutes. Oh, they saying he don't have what it takes. He can't speak in tongues like everybody else. I'm going somewhere right now. Nobody know his name. Nobody know where he come from. Matter of fact, his family is one of those families that's tucked in the corner over there. He ain't nobody. Good God Almighty. Tell somebody there's a story. Come on, y'all, talk to me today. I know I'm talking to somebody. There's a story behind my praise. Watch this. They overlooked him, said he was a little shepherd boy. He'll never amount to anything. But the man of God said, bring him over here. Let me look at him. The Bible said when he brought David in the house, David had a little dust on his nose, hair had straw in it, probably had lint all of them where he'd been wrestling with his sheep. Because those was his sheep. You know, when it becomes personal, You know, when your heart is in it, it becomes personal. That's the same way it is for a man of God, a pastor. It becomes personal. Why you love them like you love them? It's because God placed it in my heart. Tell somebody, it's in my heart. It's got to be in your heart. Folk don't understand. But they say, surely, look, Jesse said, surely this is not the Lord's anointed. But Samuel said, it looked just like a king. Oh my God. Tell somebody, man, looking on the outward. Y'all better go with me today. I'm going to help somebody. But ain't you glad that God knew your heart? When folks say you'll never be nothing, you'll never amount to nothing, he's going to always be on drugs and alcohol. Oh my God. God said what you see right now is just a reflection of what I'm getting ready to do. I'm going to break him down and I'm going to make him a king. Oh my God. I'm so glad he broke me down. And listen, he's making me a king. We are of a royal priesthood, a kingdom of priests. Yes, sir. He's making me somebody. Tell somebody he's making me somebody. Watch this. They said he wasn't nothing but Samuel anointed him with oil. And watch this. Even though God's hand is on your life, folk have a tendency to forget. Watch this. There came a time when Israel was battling against their enemies, the Philistines, and they had a giant. Amen. And the Bible said that David showed up. And the Israel, God's chosen folk. We got a lot of them here today. A lot of chosen folk that's scared to get out and do what God called them to do. We can talk this thing. We can talk the talk, but can we walk the walk? All those men, they're supposed to be mighty men of valor because they were God-chosen men. But yet they were hiding behind the mountain. How many people today still hiding behind the mountain? Can I talk to somebody? But when the man of God showed up, let me tell you something. When God anoints you to do a work, listen, it don't matter how big or how great you are. It don't matter how high or how low your valley may be, how high your mountain may be. When God has anointed you, you can stand before the giant and declare the word of God. He said, you come to me with a sword and a spear, but I come to you in the name of the God of Israel. Tell somebody, what do you have in your hand? Oh my God. Oh my God. We find here, and I'm just giving you a history of what David went through. David had to stand against giants. And we find that King Saul brought him into the palace to play for Saul when he had an evil spirit or whenever he wanted to hear and be soothed. And David, he was not only a king, but David was skillful in the musician, in music. Help me, Holy Ghost. Help me, somebody pray. Pray. Hallelujah. The Bible said that David would often play for Saul. And Saul got jealous. Let me tell you, there's some folk out here right now jealous of your anointing. Jealous of what God is doing in your life. But let me help somebody. Keep on doing what God told you to do. Keep on going where God told you to go. You may not look like God's anointed, but stay the course. Tell somebody, keep on walking the walk. Keep on talking the talk. But watch this. It says Saul got jealous over David. And he wanted to kill David. And David had to run for his life. Let me tell you, sometimes along this Christian journey, I got to help somebody. No matter how anointed you think you are, you're going to have to run for your life. Just because you're anointed don't mean the enemy going to give up on you. But let me tell you something. The Bible says that the eyes of the Lord are upon his righteous and his ears are open to their cry. No matter what your enemy is planning against you, God will safely take you around the enemy. Tell somebody, I'm just like David. Now I'm dancing before the Lord. Because when the no trouble. The Lord heard me. David said, I waited patiently upon the Lord. Sometimes you have to wait. Even when it looked like the odds against you. Even when they say you will never amount to nothing. Even when the enemy is coming at you like a flood. But the Bible said that the Spirit of God will lift up a standard against them. Watch this now. Watch this. Y'all stay with me for a minute. There's a story behind my praise. Help me, Holy Ghost, preach this thing. There's a story behind my praise. I praise him like I do because of what I've been through. I praise him like I do because God delivered me. Let me tell you something. You can't praise God with a radical praise until you've been through something that was radical in your life. God ain't said nothing when everybody walked away from you. Remember when they came and stole everything that David had, took the women and children, and David said, Lord, shall I pursue after it? And God said, go ahead and pursue. But while he was talking to the Lord, watch this, his very own men, the ones that stood beside him, the ones that said they'll always be there, the ones that told him that they got his back, watch this, they turned around and wanted to stone him. Watch this, you better be careful of the people you sit next to. You better be careful to the people you tell your story to. You better be careful who you tell that God wants to bless you. Because everybody ain't for you. Tell somebody everybody ain't for you. Watch this. Jesus told us something very interesting. He said a man rules a debt of his own household. You better watch the person close to you. Because they may be the very one that try to set you up. We're living in a time now where folk don't care nothing about friendship. They don't care nothing about you. They will laugh in your face and cut your throat the next minute. But you gotta have a prayer life. You gotta have a prayer life. David said, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. Can I talk to somebody right now? He said in Psalm 25, to thee, O Lord, will I lift up my soul. Oh my God, I trust in thee. In Psalm 27, he said, the Lord is my light and my salvation. He said, whom shall I fear? In Psalm 30, he said, weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. In Psalm 37, he said, fret not thyself because the evildoer, because they will soon be cut off. What are you saying? I'm saying I will bless the Lord at all times, and his praise shall continually be in my mouth. Watch this. He said in Psalm 40, he said, I waited patiently from the Lord, and he lifted me up out of a horrible pit. Psalm 46 said, he said, the Lord is my refuge and my strength, a very present help in trouble. In Psalm 90, he said, the generations, help me, Holy Ghost, the enemy is trying to take my word. Help me, Lord. He said, Psalm 91, he said, he that dwelleth, say that I got you. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. In Psalm 100, he said, make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye land, let everything. Psalm 150, they have breath, praise the Lord. In Psalm 119, he said, the word is my rock. Good God Almighty. Tell somebody there's a story behind my praise. Reason why I praise him, watch this, because sometimes God will take you and he'll hide you in the enemy's camp. He'll put you in the presence of your enemies and let your enemies be your footstool. But in Psalm 60, He said, let God arise and let his enemies be scattered. Let me tell you something. You don't have to worry about your enemies. You don't have to worry about what folk are saying about you. When God gave you a promise, watch this, it shall come to pass. Wait on the Lord. He said, wait on the Lord and be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. Watch this. People don't understand, but I'm watching God's plan unfold right before me. Now I'm speaking God's word. Watch this. You got to understand something, because whatever God has declared, whatever he has spoken in the heavens, watch this, you have the authority to speak it in the earth. God said this seals the place of promise. So I'm speaking it. God, I give you back your word, because your word can't return void in the earth. God, I declare and decree, this is the place of promise.
Yes, God.
God's going to send everything we need.
Yes,
Don't you worry about the numbers, because God ain't in no numbers. Let me tell somebody, God ain't in the numbers. God is in the spirit. And they that worship him must worship him in spirit and truth. You got to speak God's word. You got to declare his word in the earth, because it's already settled in the heaven. And the Bible said that the eyes of the Lord are running to and fro throughout the world. Watch this. Throughout the earth, he's watching over his word, and he's hastening to perform it. So you got to be speaking God's word. Just sit back and let folks say what they want to say, and you keep on stepping. Just keep on stepping. Let them say, he don't look like God's anointed. No, I may not look like God's anointed, but don't put your hands on me, because he said, touch not. Psalm 105, he said, touch not mine anointed, neither do my prophets no harm. I know God's got my back. The reason why I praise him is because of where he brought me from, what he brought me out of, what he's taken me to. There's a story. Behind my praise. Let me tell you something. Watch this. I can't go to a church where they sit down and be radical, and you can't say hallelujah. You can't say thank you, Jesus, because I know they'll put me out. You can't do that here, sir. Well, let me tell you something. Hold this mute for me while I get my praise on. I'm going to get my praise on, because he's been too good to me. David said, I'll bless him at all times. Sometimes I'm at work, and I get to talking to people about the word of God, and I feel a quickening. And I have to say, hey, thank you, Jesus. And when I do that, it catch the person with me, and we both be praising. Folks be looking around, they having church. Let me tell you something. When it's real in you, it's catchy. You don't care where you at. When the Spirit of the Lord hits you, if I'm in the grocery store, I'm going to praise him. I don't care where I'm at. When the Spirit of the Lord moves on me, David said, I'll bless him at all times. And his praise shall continue to be in my mouth. Watch this. Paul said something very interesting. I know we take this thing. He said, I beseech you, brother, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice. Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing. Your mind got to be changed. Watch this. When your mind is changed, it don't matter what you're going through. It don't matter who's up against you. You still got to praise. One thing the devil can't take is he can't take your praise. Good God Almighty. He can take your money. Watch this. He can take some of your family members. Can I call Job as a witness? He can take your stuff. But Job said, all the days of my appointed time will I wait on my change. Hallelujah. He can't touch your praise, because your praise come from the Spirit. Good God Almighty. It come from way down from the feeling. You can have anything I got, but don't mess with my wife. If you can't have my praise, because I'm like David, I'm going to bless him at all times. And his praise, watch this, not only will it continually But it shall be. It shall be in my life. We got to get out of here. We got to get out of here. Stand to your feet. I'm done. Stand to your feet. What are you saying? I'm saying to somebody here, as long as you got a praise, you got a weapon. Do you hear what I'm saying? Let me help somebody. Don't never let nobody tell you, shh, be quiet. Let nobody tell you about your praise because they don't know your story. Y'all hear what I'm talking about? They don't know what God brought you through. Listen, let me help the people of God. We got a right to praise Him. Why do you say that? Let me tell you something. Because of what Jesus has done at Calvary. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Let me help somebody. He took all our filth. He took all our dirt. Listen, there's some deep-rooted stuff in some of us. Y'all ain't saying that. But guess what? Can you picture this? Can you picture Jesus on the cross? Your fornication, your drugs, your adultery, your perverted thoughts, your cussing tongue, and God laid it on him. And he said, for that you are pure. We're walking in his righteousness because of what he's done. For that alone I praise him. Some folks said I don't have nothing to praise him about. Yes, you do. Every one of us have a reason, Mother, to praise him. Because he's done something for all of us. It's up to you to receive it. Thank you, Lord. And for that, I remember when I was strung out on drugs, y'all. I'm not ashamed. Every time I thought, I said I wasn't going to go back and get no drugs. I get that paycheck in my hand. The first thing I did was run to the drug dealer. I'm at work smoking dope. I know those people thought I was crazy. Couldn't even talk because of smoking dope. But yet I'm on the job. I'm telling it for real. But when I hit rock bottom, and I looked up and I said, Lord, take these drugs from me. I said, if you don't do it, I'm going to stay right here. When I got ready and quit playing with God, God wasn't playing with me. I didn't have no repercussions. I didn't have no withdrawals, no shakes, none of that. When I gave it to Jesus, he delivered me. That's been 21 years ago. 21 years. And let me tell you something. When Jesus delivered you, stop talking about I had my drug addiction, my diabetes. You claiming that. I said I had a drug addiction. That's right. If any man be in Christ, he's a new creature. That's right. The old has passed away. You can't attach drugs. Now folks say that you was on drugs. You remember the day. I don't know what you're talking about. I get stupid on them. You know why? Because those days are long. Hey, you remember? I said, no, I don't, devil. When you tell me this, the Bible said that Satan is the accuser of the brother. We free now, Sister Magno. And listen, when y'all see me running, y'all see me get up and run down that house. I got a reason. I don't care what nobody think about me. I'll praise him, listen, I'll praise him at any time. Because he's been good. Join your neighbor by the hands. Thank you, Lord. Father, we thank you. Thank you for our deliverance. Thank you for our healing. Thank you for the breakthroughs. Father, thank you for those that you sent today. Thank you for this worship experience. Lord, we thank you for what you've done for us. That's the reason why we praise you like we do. There's a story behind our praise. Let us not be ashamed to give your name the praise. Let everyone that have breath, let us praise your name. In whichever way we praise you, let us praise you. Let us not be ashamed of what you've done. Because our praise tell our story. There's a testimony behind my praise. That's why I praise you like I do. Lord, because you brought me through so many trials, so